Hi everyone. This is going to be part one of doing the countertop envelope mini album flip book. I know, long title, little book. Anyways, I don't know exactly what to call it, so I guess that just covers everything. So this is the one we're going to make. That's going to be, part of the giveaway choices. And this is the one that we made. This is the one we're going to make. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out. Here's our measurements. Let me get close here. We're going to do our chipboard covers we need 2 of them at 7 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. Our pages, we need 6 pages, which will be our envelopes we will make. And those will be 8 1/2 by 11s, scored at 3/8, and then again at 7. The tags, well, we need 12 of them at 6 1/2 by 4 1/2. And then our pattern papers, we can go over the dimensions of this, or you can pause it as we go through. So I've got my stuff pre-cut. Here's my chipboard pieces. These are my covers. Make sure we are focused here. So I've got my chipboard pieces here, and I've got my tags pre-cut here. I've already done some of them, and I'm going to show you how to get, and I'm sure many of you have seen before, how to get 4 5x7s out of a 12 by 12 sheet. It's called the pinwheel cut. But for those of you who haven't seen it yet, I'm going to save you the time and hassle of searching YouTube for it by just demonstrating it really quick. So in order to get 4 5x7s out of a 12 by 12 sheet, you start over here at your 5-inch mark, and we're going to pull this down to 7-inch mark. Okay, so 5 inches up here, we're going to pull down to the 7-inch mark. Okay, and then we're going to turn it counterclockwise. We're going to put it back at 5. Come down to 7. Okay, and that just pulls out. We're going to turn it again counterclockwise at 5. Down to 7. Counterclockwise 5. Down to 7. Which gives us 2 more. So there we have 4 5x7s, and this is all that's left over. So let's do that again. I'm going to start at the top. We are going to do 5, down to 7, five, down to 7, one more time, and here's the last cut. There we go. 4 5x7s. Cute paper, huh? Look at that. Shiny, glittery. Okay, so we've got that, and next we are going to, one thing that we do need to do is we need to trim these down. Our pages are 5x7, and I want a 16th inch, just like this one. I want the 16th inch black border around the edge. So in order to get that, I have to trim this down, because as it is now, it's going to be exactly the same size. So on this one, I prefer to cut with, I always prefer to cut with my big one. Okay, so I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off of 2 of these on both the length and the width. And then for the tags, see, we brought them down, the pages, down to 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. We took off 1/8 of an inch. Ooh, that's getting washed out. And now we're going to do the tags, which need to be 4 3/8 by 6 3/8. So I'm going to take the other two, and we're going to go down to 6 3/8 by, this paper's curling with all the glitter on it, to 4 3/8. And those are going to be on our tags. These smaller ones, we're going to do 2 of them large to go on the page and 2 of them small to go on our tags. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing to this set. We're going to take 2 of them and we're going to shave off 1/8 of an inch on the length and 1/8 of an inch on the width. Okay, the larger one. Okay, and now this one, these are going to be the tags, and we're going to do 6 3/8, and we're going to do 4 3/8. And again, 6 3/8, and this is our last one, and 4 3/8. All right, so we're done with that. Okay, and so on these, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to round the corners on these. I might have been out of camera here. I'm going to round the corners. And I'm going to do this to all the others are done other than these 2 sheets. So these go rather quickly. Of course, you could always fast forward through this. Alright, and I already have my 4 tags ready, and I'm going to, these are cut to 4.5 by 6.5, and I had a dozen of them. 8 of them are already done, and these are the last 4. The cardstock that I'm using is Recollections Black from Michaels. You can get, if you're in the United States and if you have those big box stores close by you, then you can pick up a pack of 50 of these for about $3.99, and it's great cardstock. It's nice and thick. It creases well. It's good for bindings. and it's super cheap. So you can get it at regular price for $3.99, or you can wait till it goes on sale, and sometimes you can get it for $2 for 50 sheets. So even though my projects tend to use a lot of cardstock, that's why, is because I don't pay 50 cents a sheet for my cardstock. So I make all my bases with the cardstock, and then really showcase my pattern paper. It makes it so that I don't have to waste any pattern paper where it won't be seen. So we just glue that down, and you see we have a 1/16 inch border all the way around. Now you can use, this is not a structural part, it doesn't move and it's not structural, so if you want to go ahead and use your ATG or your score tape, red line tape, that would be just fine. I use glue because I've got lots of it, and it's easy for me. So when I do my glue, I do them in 2 L shapes, and then I go back and forth in the center. And if you've seen my other videos, you probably know that I really do prefer glue. And I love my little glitter tip. You can get these at Joann's. They're made by Art Glitter, or you can order them straight through Art Glitter. But you can get them at Joann's.com and some of the scrapbook stores, specialty scrapbook stores. But they're absolutely wonderful. If you like glue, if you like to use glue, then this is really a must. They only cost about $4, and sometimes you can even get them on sale at Joann's for I think $2.50, $2.99, something like that. And the little bottle that it's in is a Doris bottle, and you can get that at Joann's too. You can get it on eBay, but I have seen them in the Joann stores too. I think you get a whole pack of 6 of them for like $5. So here's our last one. Whoop. Honestly, I think if I were to do the score tape, it'd take me longer. Alright, so there's our 4 last ones, and here are the others that I did. Got some of these. So here's our 12 tags ready to go. Wow, wasn't that fast? So, we've got these, our almost 5x7s, and here are, we've got 2 of each of 6 different sheets, so we've got 12 pieces here. We've also got our 12 tags, and I'm going to show you how to make our envelopes now, our envelope pages. So, what we need is a scoreboard. You can use your Score Pal. I have the Martha Stewart. And what we're going to do is we are going to put it on its edge, right side up, and we are going to score it at 3, at 8, we're going to turn it, and we're going to score at 7 all the way, okay? And then we are going to, let me do that one more time. This one's already scored, but I'll do it one more time. We've got 3, 8, turn it, 7. Okay. Now we're going to take our scissors. If I can find, there we go. And we are going to cut away this score line to where you don't see it at all. Okay, I'm going to get up nice and close so you can see. See that I'm cutting away that whole score line? It's gone. It's going on the piece that's going away. And we're going to do that up here as well. We're going to cut this one away. Pop that off. And we're going to do that to this other side as well, which is a 3" by 1.5" rectangle. And we're going to cut that all the way away. Okay, I cut a little more than I should have, but no worries. I'm going to even that out a little bit. Okay. Alright. Get a little bit closer so that I can see what I'm cutting here. So again, we're cutting away the entire score line. That way these little flaps won't get in the way of our envelope closing. Okay, so you score 6 of those. And then I scored this side. We're going to flip it over and we're going to crease that, making sure that we are not covering up. You see how that's below that crease? We want to stay off of that crease line. Stay off of that mountain. Okay. And then we're going to take this side and we're going to fold that over. Use our bone folder, we'll crease it. Okay, and now we are going to put a little bit of glue down here. We're going to be about 1/8 inch away from the edge. We're going to come up here, again 1/8 inch, about 1/8 inch here. We're going to fold that over and we are going to seal it up. And there we have almost an envelope. Okay. And here I have, what I did here is I trimmed off one side and then I flipped it over to get the exact opposite. For example, I'm going to use this because I want them all exactly the same. But here's an example. Once you get one of them cut, you can take them and line them up. And do you see how it shows? So I can take this and just use that as my guide. And that way, I think I was off camera on that one. I think it's all getting washed out here. But I use that as my guide. This one I folded up before I got a chance to trim it up, and so I will just hold it out here. You get one set and then you just duplicate it through the other 5. Use it as a template. And so on these, again, we scored this side, so this side has the valley. You can see how it dents in where you scored it. This is your valley. You flip it over and see where it mounds up. That's your mountain. Okay, so we want to turn, in order to get a good strong score, a good strong crease, we want to turn our valleys that we scored on, fold away from that to turn our valleys into mountains. And stay away from that. That's where the top of the envelope flaps over. Make sure it's got enough room to flap over so that they can close. Oh, here, you should definitely, like on this one that we did before, there you can see that it closes well. There's our little pocket, and so we're going to 1/8 of an inch-ish down on the bottom. Now all this is going to get covered over by pattern paper, so there's really no worries if you get a little bit of glue. Now if you want to use ATG or score tape to do this, that's fine when you're sealing here. But you need glue down at this bottom. If you put a dry adhesive like ATG or score tape at the bottom of your pocket, your tag will get stuck in there and you'll have to yank it out. So at the bottom of this pocket you have to use glue. Up here you can use whatever you'd like. But while you've got the glue out, you might as well just do the whole thing, in my opinion. So we're going to fold it over, give it a crease, and there's your envelope pocket. And here's our last one. We are going to fold it over, turn our valley into a mountain, give it a good crease, fold it over. It doesn't matter if you do left over right or right over left. Like I said, you won't be able to see it. It's all going to be underneath pattern paper. 1/8 of an inch on the bottom. A little bit there. A little bit there. Close them up. Now if you're using the quick dry, it does dry quickly, so you've got to work fast. If you're not used to using glue, then you might want to stay away from the quick dry. I use the Scotch quick dry adhesive, but you do need to work quickly. Okay, so when I fold the bigger pieces, in order to keep a good straight score line, I put the little piece on the table and then I fold the big part of the page over the little part. So I always put whatever I'm creasing, the smallest part I always put on the table, and then I wrap the big part around. It seems to keep my lines straighter. They don't get as wonky and wavy that way. So we've got there's 3 envelopes, and we've got 3 more envelopes. And so, let's see where we're at on time. Okay, we're going to stop right here, and then we're going to come back and do some patterning. Bye.